evening, everybody. Welcome back to SD Productions Gaming. Hope you're all well tonight, guys. Right, software is back, as you can tell. Bosh, we're ready. Let's get the 600 lobby up, and then we'll sort of just go through a few little bits before we get ourselves underway. So, what have we got coming up tonight then, ladies and gents? Well, quite a packed schedule. 7 sessions for you. Oh, dearie me. I will just also apologise, I'm on the iPad because 2 of my laptops, well, one, the charger's broke on one of them, and 2, yeah, there's just other issues going on with the other. But tonight we have got qualifying and racing on the way. So in a few moments' time we'll have the AMI Electric British Super Sports out probably a little bit earlier than 7:30. Then at 10 to 8, it's the first action for the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. Free practice 3, 10 minutes before Q1 and Q2 will be happening just after 8 o'clock. Then after that, we've got a whole new Ducati format. Yes, the Q1 and Q2 groups have been decided today via a spin wheel, and we'll tell you about those a little bit later on. And then, the first racing action of 2025. Yes, we have got race number 1 of 36 for the Superbike class. Will be around 9 o'clock for that race. Looking forward to that one. What else have we got coming up then on SDPG in the next few weeks? Well, we've got quite a bit actually. In terms of track days, we've got one on Thursday, actually, at Brands Hatch Indy. We're on the R7s. Excuse me. Got the R7s there. And then next weekend, we've got the Academy Round 2, Brands Hatch Indy. Then we've got scooters on the 23rd. We're going back with scooters on Snester 100 circuit. And we've also got a track day and a race event on the Aprilia RS660s at Kyalami. So quite a bit to cram in this month, but I'm sure everything will run just fine. So we're just waiting for riders to join us now. We have started a little bit early. We'll go with this one at about 25 past, and we'll go into the next. Oh no, we won't. Hang on. Oh dear, can I change that from here? I've already made a mistake. People. No, I can't. Sorry, chaps. Just gonna have to re-lobby and made an error. See. You'll know in a second. So tonight then, it's all about qualifying. Who's going to produce that magic lap time? Well, in Supersport yesterday, it was Connor Chameleon. That was on top of the times in both FP1 and FP2. Let me just get this all sorted, and I'll tell you those times. That was... Hang on. So you're getting paranoid now. Not believing in myself, which is a big mistake straight off the bat. There we go. Thank you very much, Charlie. Right, so Connor was the man setting the pace yesterday, 150 flat. He did in FP1, and in FP2 he managed to get into the 149s and nearly into the 148 bracket. 149.212 for Connor yesterday, and he was ahead of Caelan and Neil. Both came in and P2 and P3 respectively in those sessions. And Caelan managed to get down to 149.711, where Neil was just outside that bracket. So not far away was Neil from the 149 mark. So good effort from those guys, and we will get that sorted. There we go. Sean's finally woke up. Lovely stuff. Big thank you to everyone that was watching yesterday. We had a record stream yesterday, ladies and gents. We broke so many of our personal bests. We're hoping to carry on this good form into the season. Right, I think that's everything sorted. We are going to go to see the next screen just so that we can get the riders, just get the last few riders in. Charlie's here on race control duty. Thank you, Charlie. This is the only session for Supersport tonight then. They'll have 2 races tomorrow. They'll have a sprint race and a feature race. The sprint race will be the first race action of tomorrow. 6 laps for the sprint and a 10-lap feature race a little bit later in the schedule. 5 races to bring you tomorrow, ladies and gents, including 2 Superbikes and the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. Very excited to see what the riders can produce tonight. I have done some predictions for all classes. And for Super Sport, my prediction for pole position, well, I can't look past Connor on this one. I think he's certainly got some good pace, really has shown strong since joining SDPG. Now, can he make his mark here in qualifying, the first official qualifying session of the year? Well, we will find out in just a few moments' time. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you with us this evening. Looking forward to getting the action underway. If these imposters would like to bugger off, that would be fantastic. So we have got, I think that's about 10 riders in at the moment. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. Awesome stuff, Logan. I think you can do that, mate. Looking forward to seeing how you get on. 15 minutes for Super Sport in this one, and we'll see how the riders get on going forward. So what we'll give them another couple of moments and then we will hit the track. Looking forward to some good action tonight. Who's going to take Superbike honours in qualifying? Well, that's another question that we will answer in about an hour's time. We'll know who's going to be on pole, and that short run down to turn one could cause some drama tonight and tomorrow. So interesting times ahead for these riders. Right then, let's see. I don't think we've got anyone else. That's what we like to hear, Kaylin. I did see your message, Kaylin. Right, let's just get this imposter out. Right then. Okie dokie. I think before we start, Dill, if you can hear me, mate, let's run an advert before we get this one underway, and I'll have a quick swig of drink before we get underway. Dill, if you can hear me, mate, let's run an advert, please, buddy. Okay, I don't think an advert's run. That's not a problem. Right then, and it's time to go. We are going to go then with this one. Let's not keep the riders waiting any longer. 10 riders battling it out for pole position. It's time for the first qualifying session of the season. It is time for the AMI Electrics British Supersport riders to hit the track. And the green flag is being shown at the end of pit lane for the riders. Let's see who will take top honours then in the first Supersport session of the season. Nerves are high. I can feel the tension already. Oh, thank you, Joe. See, I'm not going to do that. Otherwise, I won't be able to see what's going on. And yes, I do apologise, ladies and gents, for you not seeing me tonight. There'll be no mugshot in this one because the iPad's just not working properly. Right then, let's see if everyone will stay in. That's a very big question. Oh. Really? Fabulous. Right, so, technical issues then, before it's even started. For the number 34 of Ash, unfortunately, White has let him down. The Team Valley Kawasaki has let him down. But we're underway with the first session of the night. And it is the number 22 of the Ugly & Co. Yamaha by MLD Motorsports machine of Kalen that is first out on circuit. No surprise there. Let's see, can Kalen topple the might of Connor? Well, we'll find out. Oh, not by doing that, he won't. And down he goes straight away. Unlucky that for Kalen, and we'll make sure he rejoins safely. Who is first on track? It's George. We got the AMI Electrics MV Augusta of the number 17 of George, who will be the first rider to complete a lap if he can just keep it rubber side down. Right then, here we go, as George does a bit of cone bashing there. As we see George now down towards the tricky turn 12, 13 and 14 section then. And he's tackled that very nicely. Good opening lap this is looking like from George. Loving the helmet as well. That's a lovely helmet. Into turn 15 then, the extremely long left-hander. As he flicks right now, and onto the gas and onto the back straight then for George. As we see Scott there in the background on the number 5 HPR machine. That's 122.9 through that sector. And I can't remember what times George was doing. I think he was doing like a mid 151s yesterday. I think he got into a 51.3 in FP2. So George is certainly knocking on the door of the top 5. But we'll see what happens in this one. As we get him through turn 18 then, the very difficult turn 18, it does drop away from you at the apex. As we see Logan running a bit wide in the background. First lap's about to be completed then. Over the line for George, 152.1, 152.3, 151.2 for Neil. Goes to provisional pole position. Logan there on a 152.3 straight down to pace. Logan was hovering around and did get to the 151s yesterday. Adam 153.2, 153.8 for Joe. 155.7 for Liam. And we see Kalen now on screen, the two big hitters still to set a lap time. Here comes Connor over the line, 153.341 for Connor is his opening lap. And we'll see where that puts him a little bit later on. As we will have a look at someone. Let's have a look at Kalen, since he's the only rider not to set a lap time yet. The satellite team of the MLD squad is currently on the provisional pole. George on the MV, a great opening lap these times, I'm sure will come crashing down as we get towards the end of the session at 121.7 for Kalen then through sector 3. He's just got to try and nail this final sector, which he's done a great job through there. Up towards the tricky turn 18. Let's see how he does then. Nicely done through turn 18. Beautiful stuff from Kalen. Really been putting in the work, and it's very clear to see. Up to the line then for the number 22. Where will this put him? Over the line he goes. Provisional pole 150.033 for the number 22 Yamaha. Goes provisional pole position on that one. George coming up to complete his second flyer. Let's have a look at Logan then on the number 79 Molten SFB Electrical Yamaha. Up towards that tricky turn 18. Oh, just a bit wide there at the apex. Just gathers it up pretty well actually. Quite a good effort there from Logan. We'll just keep an eye. George got a 151.5, a 152.0 for Logan up to the head of that second row. That's a great effort from Logan there. Scott 52.3. Where's Connor? Here is Connor, the number 9 APR Racing Machine. Up to the line then. Over the line he goes on 149.829. Goes to provisional pole position. 6/10 off what he did yesterday. But still, a great effort and has gone a couple of tenths faster than the number 22 Yamaha of Kalen. Now, it's down to Kalen to respond to the might of Connor then. Let's have a look at Neil coming into turn 18. Neil has just done fantastic. Like we said yesterday, did a great job in pre-season testing and, well, is doing a great job in the first event of the season. Over the line he goes. Does 151.274 and that is no improvement for the number 88 machine. Oh, and that's certainly not going to help his chances because he's pinned himself to the moon. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Adam number 65 on the SDPG Suzuki. Oh, I should not have said that because down he goes, tucks the front into the tricky turn 15 for Adam, but still in that top 5. Where's Liam on circuit then? He's got him and Logan are circulating together. Number 44. Oh, here we go for Liam. going a second faster through Sector 2. Then what time did Liam do yesterday? Liam's fastest. Well, he's not going to go faster by dropping it, unfortunately, there for the number 44. Liam did a 150.623 yesterday, and he was on for a 151.3, so it would have been a little bit off yesterday's pace. Unlucky that for the number 44 APR Racing Honda. See Scotty Too Hotty on your screens now in P8 at the moment. He's going 2 tenths up, then nearly 3 tenths up through sector number 1. Through turn 7, then down the hill into turn 8. Saw a few riders crashing there yesterday, just losing the front end about this point, really. Oh, Scott there just runs a little bit wide at the apex, but not a problem. Gathers it all up nicely on the power for the number 5. And into turn 10, another tricky corner. Quite a difficult circuit, this one, actually. It's been mixed reviews from the riders. Some people love it. Quite a few people not really liking it too much. Kalen has improved. 149.971. Has dipped into the 49 bracket. Great stuff, that from Kalen. Still got 8 minutes, so still quite a bit of the session remaining. Through turn 15 then for the HPR racing machine of Scott. Then on the power out of turn 16. Head down towards that turn 17. Tricky, hard braking zone. We'll catch up with Evil Knievel Charlie in just a second. But 7 tenths up at the moment is Scott. Where will this put him? That might put him into around about the middle of the second row, around P5, as he heads up towards turn 18 now. Nicely done. Neil has improved ever so slightly, 150.445. Well, that front row is looking very, very quick indeed. Up towards the line then for Scott Too Hotty. Over he goes and does go to P5. 151.742 for Scott then. Great lap from Scott. Just bumps Adam down to P6. Where is Adam? Just coming up towards turn 17 now. Oh, he's 1.2 seconds up here, ladies and gents. We will stick with Adam because this will put him really up towards that front row. Maybe just up to P4. We'll find out in a few moments' time. Then number 65 into turn 18. Then Connor's coming up to the line. We'll see what time he manages to put in. No improvement for the number 9. Over the line for Adam then, and he does go to the head of the second row. 151.062 for Adam. He managed to do a 150.6 yesterday. Liam's now gone up to P5, 151.215 for the number 44, and just runs out of road there at turn 1. Let's have a look at George then, and like we did yesterday, let's ride on board with the number 17 so you can hear the might of the 3-cylinder engine. Beautiful run that from George. He was nearly half a second up. Over the line goes George at 151.227. Does get closer to Liam there. So he does stay at the back of row number 2 for the time being. But still Connor on pole. Only just ahead of Kalen. He's just coming up towards the final couple of corners now. Will Kalen be able to get this one on the pole position? Oh, he's using all the curb. Nicely done by the number 22 then. Neil's gone even quicker, 150.221. Kalen goes to pole, 149.667. That is quicker than what he went yesterday. Right, let's go back to Connor. Let's see whether he is responding on this lap. He's got just less than 5 minutes to do it. No, Connor will not improve on this lap unless he has an absolute blinding final sector. It's advantage MLD then at the moment. Wow, what a lap from Kalen. Great work, Sunshine. Nicely done. Right, let's have a look there. George comes out the pits as Connor now. Just coming up towards that turn 18 section. Am I going to be wrong with the very first prediction then of the season? let's have a look. Let's have a look then at front row Joe. Actually, I've not seen anything from Joe this evening. 153.097 for Joe. Through turn 3 then, and into turn number 4 then for the team Valley Racing Kawasaki. And look at that, it's a 10th and a half up. Well, was a 10th and a half up, and unfortunately has topped the front going into turn number 6. Let's have a look then. So we've got Neil and Connor circulating on track together. Oh, Neil is a few hundredths up then. Through turn 14. And into turn 15 then for the number 88 machine of Neil. The MLD satellite machine. Down the back straight then for Neil. He was up through sector 2. Will he be up through sector 3? Let's have a look. No, he is down through sector 3. Has got Connor behind him. Well, Connor looks like he's doing an absolute barnstormer there into turn 17. We will keep an eye on this one then, as up towards turn 18 then. For Neil and Connor. Connor using quite a bit of road. Not exceeding the track limits there. Neil over the line. No improvement in position. Connor's gone to the top. 149.360. Connor on the APR Racing Honda goes to provisional pole with 2 minutes remaining of the session. Great lap that from Connor. Liam still at the head of row number 2 with Adam there in 5th and George rounding out row number 2. Scott, Logan and Joe will be row number 3. Here comes Logan. Oh, down he goes, tucks the front. 151.942 for Logan. Does dip into that 151 bracket. What a great lap that was from Connor. Sorry, chaps. Bear with me a second. I've just run out of data on my phone. Fantastic. Right. There we go. So keep an eye on the stream. Lovely stuff. So with a minute and a half remaining of this one then, it is Connor then. Advantage to Connor. Can Caelan respond? Through turn 10 he goes. Down towards that turn 12, 13 and 14 section. We won't be able to respond on this one. So it looks like it will be Connor Chameleon. That will be on the pole position. Liam has gone into the 150.5 bracket and is still at the head of row number 2. It's mad to think that that lap time will put you at the head of row 2. Wow, mental stuff. And he is up through sector 1 then, as we see. Let's have a look at George then. 151.227 for George is his best lap at the moment, with 40 seconds remaining of the session. Look at Connor's time. 148.769. Oh, what's happened to Connor there? Charlie, I don't know if you saw that one, mate. Gonna have a look at a few of these laps, I reckon. We'll just have a quick scroll through the field. Joe's just not managed to get into the 152s with 10 seconds remaining of the first qualifying session then of the season. And checkered flag is now out for the AMI Electrics British Super Sports. Joe on the back wheel, very nice. So Connor is on pole position for now. Lap times are going to have to be looked at. There's certainly a few riders hitting the gravel through turn 1 there, and in that session we will be looking at those times and we'll be seeing whether any times need to be deleted. But for now, it's Connor on pole with Caelan in P2, Neil rounding out row number 1 with Liam, Adam and Logan row number 2, and George, Scott and Joe row number 3, and everyone else who didn't take part tonight will be at the back, and we'll just put them in some sort of order. Right then, ladies and gents, we will screenshot those times. And we will get rid of that lobby then. And we'll set a fresh lobby up then for the Superbikes. Oh, excuse me. Right. Free practice 3 then on the way for the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. Really looking forward to this one then. Only a short, sharp session for these guys. Just the 10 minutes to just dial in that maybe that qualifying setup that you need. But we will see what happens and what people's strategies are in a second. Right then, so yesterday in Superbikes then, it was Dylan on combined times that managed to top them. 146.257 saw Yorkshire's top rack on top of the pile with Super Ted in P2 on combined times, 146.629. Jamie was third, 146.756. Brett was P4, 146.905. Mason G was in fifth there, 146.971. And in that all-important top 6 was Charlie, 147.393. And just a reminder, ladies and gents, the combined times from FP1 and FP2 will make up the Q1 and Q2 running order for, well, in about 15 minutes' time. And FP3 has no sort of value. Did we say that? Is that right? I don't really know. Won't have any impact, should we say, on the Q1 and Q2 groups. So we've got Jan here, we've got Ted, just waiting for a few others. We've got Brett, nice to see Brett. What can Brett do? Can we have a front row from Brett, do we reckon? Well, we'll find out very, very shortly. Who have we got? We've got Dill, we've got a imposter. Lovely stuff. Let's go to the next screen then, so riders can get their bikes ready and warmed up. And that is 9 riders then. Let's have a look. Who are we missing from yesterday? I have no idea. Ah, Christian. Hey, he's here. Fabulous stuff. Right, ladies and gents. Free practice 3 then, before the first qualifying session of the season is about to get underway. I'm so excited. Oh, don't you just love it, eh, people? Don't you just love it? Right, so. Oh, hello. We have an imposter. Right, we'll just wait for the chaps to ready up. But before we go out onto circuit, we, of course, have the amazing intro. And I would like to, and I've done the wrong times. Oh, dearie me. Does it matter? Yes, it does. Chaps, sorry, I'm going to have to re-lobby. I've been a bit of a dipstick. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right, we'll re-lobby. If I actually did my job properly, this, you know, wouldn't be a problem. So, okay, we just need to take a breather. And we're away. Right. Do your job, son. Do your job. Right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Then we do that. Then we do on that. Then we sort the times out so it looks realistic, because we are in charge of the weather. Yes, we are the weather god here at SDPG. God almighty. I know. Right, let's get this one sorted then. Absolute dipstick. Yes, that is correct. Lovely stuff. Right, we'll go to the next screen. Riders can still join us from there. Right, lovely stuff. Let's get rid of the imposter. Have we got the full 10 riders? Ha! We do! Love it. Right, ladies and gents. Free practice 3 then for the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves is about to begin. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gents. Superbikes are on the way. And the green flag has been shown at the end of pit lane for the Superbikes. Let's see who will top free practice 3 then before we get into the all-important first qualifying session then for the Superbikes. Q1 and Q2 coming up after this 10-minute session. Oh my goodness gracious me. Right, quite a few riders there having technical problems in FP3. That is not good. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So there are 3 riders having technical problems before we get going, and that make that 4. Oh dearie me, that's not good, is it? Well, there's only 6 riders on track then for the Superbikes for free practice 3 then. Unreal stuff. Well, Yorkshire's top rank is the first rider out on circuit. Short, sharp session for the Superbikes. We'll be going into qualifying in just a few moments' time. See the number 1 then of Yorkshire's top rank, Dylan, out on circuit now. Will be the first rider to complete a flying lap. If he can keep it on 2 wheels, of course. There we go. And a mistake there from the number 1. Has just overcooked that slightly through turn 13. Into turn 15 then for Dylan, then hard on the gas into turn 16 then on the power. Out of turn 16 down the back straight then towards turn 17. This is surely where the Ducati will excel a little bit later on. Hard on the brakes and into turn 17. Trying a medium front, hard rear is Dylan. Let's see how that works for him then. On the gas, out of turn 17. Into the tricky turn 18 section now. Nicely done. Negotiated that safely on the power for the number 1. And he pulls straight back into the pits. Going to make some changes then with the Ducati. Not long to make those changes. As we've got a big group of riders then. We've got Mason Roth, we've got Super Ted, we've got Mason G, and we've also got Aaron at the back of that lot as well. So, first laps on the board then are as follows. Bam, bam, bam. It's Super Ted that goes to the top of the times, 149.008. Oh, contact between the 2 of them there. Molten SFB electrical Yamahas come to blows. But it is Super Ted with the cape, flapping in the breeze. That has gone to the top of the times. Short, sharp, snappy session is this one. Oh, he's going round. Oh! All right, Ted. I was going to say, whew, he's pushing that a bit too hard there, wasn't he? Wow. Holy smokes. Right then. Into turn 8 then for the number 34 machine. Christian there leading the pathway charge. He's the only pathway rider out there at the moment. Oh, he gets that a little bit wrong into turn number 6 and has took the front on the gravel. Unlucky that for the BMW riders. We see Mason G now on your screens. Number 28 of the Molten SFB electrical Yamaha rider. Down into turn number 8 there. Mason G has confirmed today that race days are going to be a problem for him. He has got other stuff going on in his life, so he will struggle to make the race days, which is a massive blow for his championship. Of course, Mason G was one of the favourites coming into this one, so we'll see what happens with Mason G in the not too distant future then. Through turn 14 for Mason, flicks into turn 15, the number 28 Yamaha, looking splendid in the Spanish sunshine. Hard on the gas then for the number 28 down towards turn 17 then. Super Ted coming up towards the line now. Will there be an improvement? Did look like it. Well, he did make a mistake on that lap, so no improvement. Oh, Mason G's going 8 seconds quicker. Who has got? Aaron has just popped up there. 155.1 for Aaron on the Exact Moves Kawasaki. Oh, as Mason there gets it all out of shape into turn 18. Manages to keep it rubber side down. Will this go to the top of the times? Over the line he goes now, and does go to the top. 147.238. That's sort of the pace we were expecting. Here he comes in, Yorkshire's top rack, the number 1 plate of Dylan. Is this going to be Dylan's time? Can he get back to winning ways? Here, Andalucia. Well, he's going to go over the line now, and we'll go to the top. 147.235, 3 thousandths of a second faster than Mason G, with just shy of 5 minutes remaining of the session. Let's pick up Super Ted then, as he goes through turn 14. Now about to flick it left into turn 15, going with a soft front, soft rear combination. Ted did a great job yesterday, second on combined times. Great effort that from Super Ted. Is he a shout for the win today? Who knows? I'd certainly say so. Into turn 17 then. 1.1 seconds quicker through sector 3. Then just got to nail this final sector. And that will see Super Ted up towards the line now. Into turn 18 then. That should put him into the 147 bracket. Up to the line now for the number 34. Over the line he goes. 146.891 for Ted. Does go to the top of the times. The number 34 really wants to stamp his authority, in this class. Wants to show that he is one of the front runners, and I don't think anyone has any doubt that Super Ted is a front runner here at SDPG. Of course he is. As we see, Yorkshire's top right then, nearly 7/10 up, is the number 1 of Dylan then. At the moment, is he going to take the top spot away from the number 34 of Ted? Mason G to the top now. He goes 3 thousandths quicker than his teammate. A 146.888. We'll keep an eye on Dylan though. Hard on the gas and up to the line. Surely it's going to be pole. Pole? We're not in qualifying yet. He does go to the top. 146.557. Dylan is here, and I'll tell you what, a dark horse for the race a little bit later on this afternoon. Let's have a look then back at Christian and Mason Roth. A few tenths separating those guys. Christian now coming up towards the end of the lap with 3 minutes remaining of free practice 3 then for the Superbikes. That like Mason G, they're just running over the curb on the exit of turn 18. 148.670 for Christian. Timing glitch, a 148.243 for the number 78. Just improves his time ever so slightly. Christian did a 147.9 yesterday, was his best lap. So we'll see if he can go faster than that in qualifying, which is coming up very, very shortly indeed. Let's have a look then at the number 36 of Mason Roth before we have a look at Aaron. Into turn 18 then. Nicely done for the HPR rider. Up to the line for the Honda. Over the line he goes. A 149.3 for Mason Roth. As we see Aaron on your screens now, number 92 Kawasaki going a tenth faster through the first sector for the Kawasaki rider. Was in the high 148s yesterday for Aaron. He's in the 55 ones at the moment, so a few issues out there for the Kawasaki. Into turn number 9 for Aaron the mechanic, and into turn 10, dropping off the face of the earth. Nicely done on the power, gets the big ZX10 wound up down towards turn 12, 13 and 14 then. Half second up through sector 3 then. Dylan's just gone over the line, no improvement for him. Through turn 15 then for Aaron, as we see him flick right now on towards that back straight then, with a minute remaining of the qualifying. I keep getting mixed up here. Yeah, I'm getting so confused in my old age. Free practice 3 session for the Superbikes. Christian has improved, 147.532 for the number 78 RK BMW rider. Has managed to get into that mid 147s, and that will be knocking on the door of Charlie's pace. Well, we'll see what happens in qualifying. That's not too far away. Just over 30 seconds remaining of the session. Let's see Aaron over the line then. Over the line he goes, and that's a bit more like it. 149.060 for Aaron then. So Dylan on top ahead of Mason G. Super 10 in third. Next Christian in fourth. Mason Roth in fifth. And Aaron in P6 at the moment. Then checkered flag about to come out then for free practice 3. As we see Mason G into turn 18 then. And checkered flag is now indeed out for the Superbikes. Free practice 3 is done and dusted. And it was Dylan that topped the times ahead of Mason G. And then Super Ted rounding out that top 3. Christian in 4th, Mason Roth in 5th. And Aaron there in P6. What a session for these guys. And of course Yorkshire's top rat number 1 on the back wheel. A good start to his campaign there. 2 out of the 3 free practice sessions nailed for the number 1 of Dylan. But it's time to get serious, ladies and gents. It's time for qualifying 1. And who will be in which session, I hear you ask? Well, if we don't have any mechanical problems with the machines, these are the riders you need to be expecting in Q1. There's only 4 of them, but a very fast 4 indeed. We have got Christian, Jan, Mason Roth and Aaron will be in Q1. Q1 coming up in just a few moments' time. And the 6 that have managed to get through to qualifying 2, Dylan, Ted, Jamie, Brett, Mason G and Charlie. So those will be the 6 that are in Q2. Only 1 rider from the Q1 session will miss out on the chance to go into qualifying 2. So let's get that back onto here then. And we will get this one set up. So the 4 riders I've just mentioned, get yourselves ready. And we'll see who will go through then to the second part of qualifying, where the fight for pole will happen. Now, my predictions for pole position for the Superbikes is Yorkshire's top rack. Dylan, I have put down as a predicted pole position for him. So we'll see if he can do that very shortly indeed. Jan's here, Aaron's here. We're just waiting for Mason Roth and Christian, of course, to join us in this one. Then we'll just give Christian a couple of moments, get the riders into the next screen so they can sort their bikes out. So who do we think will be the 3 that go through then? I certainly think Jan will be one to watch out for. Christian as well. Those 2 were very close, only a couple of tenths between the 2 pathway riders. And then it's the fight between the 2 factory riders on who will take that last spot, because I certainly do think Jan and Christian have got a chance in this one. So it is time to go then. Qualifying 1 for the Superbikes is about to get underway. Right, let's get on the right screen. That might be a good help. Thank you, Logan, for joining us there, mate. Just going to help on race control, I presume. Fantastic stuff. And the green flag is shown at the end of pit lane. No one's got mechanicals! Get in there! Have it! Right. Now we got a fair fight. 4 riders, 3 spots in Q2. Who's going through? Let's find out. 10 minutes of qualifying 1. And it will be Jan that will lead them round. Jan looking at that low 148 bracket. Is Jan's pace at the moment. And has got that slightly wrong at turn 1, just ahead of the number 36 of Mason Roth on the HPR racing machine. And Christian there, all on his... Oh no, that's Aaron on his own. A little bit further back. Christian at the back of this train then. And up towards sector 1 then for Jan, Mason and Christian. Through they go round turn 7 then. They go hard on the power then. And Jan has aborted mission on that one and has let the 2 riders through that were behind him. Nice to see. So we'll catch up then with Mason Roth, who will be the first rider to set a lap time. And he's scattering cones. Lovely stuff. So Mason Roth now down towards turn 12. He goes now. 12, 13 and 14 then. Nicely done for the Honda. Let's ride on board with the number 36 then. Through turn 14. Medium front, soft rear for Mason then. Round turn 15. The ever long turn 15. I'm surprised riders don't fall asleep around it. because it goes on forever. And onto the back straight then for the number 36 of Mason Roth. Christian looks like he's going to have a pop down into turn 17, is he? Nope, he's going to back out of that one. Or he's going to go around the outside. He was having a look. Up towards turn 17 they're going to go now. Oh, Mason Roth again, the rear lit up then. Out of turn 17, up towards turn 18 now. The track will drop away from you. Just like that, but they all negotiate that very safely. Up towards the line then, first lap times about to appear on your screens. Mason Roth will be the first over the line. 149.8, 149.0 from Christian goes to the top of the times. 156.2 for Jan, but we did see him cruising there. He was off the racing line, so there's no problem. And we see Aaron over the line now. Where will he go? He will go to P2, 149.725. Still early stages, but you haven't got a lot of time in these sessions, so you really got to try and get the laps in nice and early. Let's see then, can the number 57, the Italian Stallion, can Jan get himself in that top 3? Because I certainly do think he will be pushing on for a top 3 in this one. Christian there has just made a mistake through turn 8. Whoa! Jan gets the other side of the curb. Oh, he takes... Oh, look at that, he's taking cones out and the marker board. Down towards that turn 12, 13 and 14 section. All you got to do is get yourself in the top 3 to go through to qualifying 2, the all-important Q2, where the fight for pole, well, will be intense. Into turn 15 then for the number 57. Gonna flick it right now. Oh, it just gets wrong side of the curve there, but it doesn't lose any time or traction, which is the main thing. Down towards turn 17. Let's see where this will put Jan in terms of time. 6.1 up. They'll put him in the 150 bracket. So he's got to try and make some time up here as Jan got a bit of work to do on that Eden Floor BMW Motorrad machine. Into turn 18 then for Jan on the power. Just less than 6 minutes remaining of the session. Through turn 19 for Jan over the line and goes into P2, 149.175. That pushes Mason Roth then out of this one. Let's see, can Mason retaliate? I'm sure he will. Aaron's coming up to the line now. 151.1 for him. Right then, the battle of pathway between Christian and Jan. Through turn 8 and into turn number 9 for the number 78 RK BMWs. BMW versus BMW at the top of this one. Through turn 10 and down towards turn 12, 13 and 14. On the brakes for Christian. 3.5 tenths up then through sector 2. Is he going to just push those goalposts a little bit further apart? I'm sure he will. Through turn 14 then. About to flick it left into the long radius left-hander of turn 15. Does sort of climb up hill ever so slightly and then drops back down into turn 16. On the power then for the number 78 then of Christian. Sector time about to flash up now, still 3 tenths up. This will see him into the 148 bracket if he can just carry this on. Great run there out of turn 17. Gonna hit turn 18 now. Nicely done. Absolutely nails that great line from Christian. This will surely move those goalposts a bit further. 149.090 for the moment is his best. 148.293. Nearly goes nearly a second faster than anybody else. Jan coming up to the line now. We'll see if he improves. Keep an eye on the timing screens. Oh, Jan to the top, 148.042 for the number 57. Jan goes to the top of Q1. What a lap that was. He was wide at turn 18, so if he hadn't have gone wide there, that possibly could have been a 147 for the Italian Stallion. At the moment, it's Jan, Christian and Aaron going through to qualifying 2. Mason Roth coming up to that turn 12, 13, 14 section now. Oh, he's 7 tenths up. Mason could be about to upset the apple cart then. Through turn 13 into 14 then for Mason, number 36, Mr. Nasser. Let's see what he can do. Hopefully he doesn't end up in outer space on this lap. Through turn 15 into 16. He goes hard on the power then for the Honda Fireblade. And down towards that turn 17 then. Sector point about to flash up now. Still 7.5 tenths up then. Oh, Aaron's improved. 149.473. Oh, this could really put Mason Roth then into qualifying 2 with less than 3 minutes remaining of the session. Oh, he's got a bit wide at turn 18. Lap done for Mason Roth. He'll probably get 1, maybe 2 more goes at a flying lap. Over the line he goes. And that's a 152.0. Oh, the pressure of qualifying then getting to these riders. Let's have a look at Jan. About to come up to the line now. Let's go through turn 18 first. Hard on the brakes and into turn 18. About to chuck the bike left. Nicely done. Hard on the power for the Eden floor BMW. Oh, down he goes. Wrong side of the curb for Jan. And unfortunately sends himself to outer space. Aaron and Mason are going to have to put in a stellar lap if they want to try and catch these two. Christian then coming up towards the line. Just shy of 2 minutes remaining of qualifying 1 then over the line for Christian. He goes to the top. 147.681. Surely that's him through to Q2 now. Great lap time that from Christian down to turn 4. He goes. Aaron out on circuit now into turn 17 and has got that a bit wrong. Right, let's have a look at Mason then. Aaron's in the danger zone at the moment. I'm not going to sing the song. I'm going to resist. Onto the back straight then for the number 36 and Mason Roth then. Can he gain just half a second? He was up on his previous lap. He's still up. He's a second up then. Going into turn 17, the HPR rider will get through to Q2 if he could just keep it the right side of the curb. Up to turn 18 then he goes. Surely Mason Roth will get through to Q2. A minute remaining of Q1 then for the Superbikes. At the moment, Christian, Jan and Aaron are going through. Is Mason Roth about to upset the apple cart? Over the line he goes. He does go P3, 148.900. Mason Roth into Q2. 40 seconds remaining. Aaron needs a good lap. Oh, he's messed it up. Through turn 9, a mistake from Aaron. Surely that's him done. We'll have a look then through sector 2. He's not giving up. 6 tenths off the pace. I'm sure that's not going to be an improvement for Aaron, but I have seen stranger things happen. Mason Roth might have nabbed that at the death. We'll get Jan over the line. 148.5 for Jan. That's him done then. So Christian then will go through to qualifying 2 with Jan and Mason Roth, and checkered flag is out for qualifying 1 then. What a session. Whew. Okay, that had some excitement in it. We like that. That's a good format. Well, it's Christian then that will top the times ahead of Jan and Mason Roth. The 3 riders going through and taking those transfer spots to qualifying 2, where they will join some very, very fast opposition. Aaron's coming up to the line now. Surely, I don't think he's going to do enough. He doesn't, unfortunately. So that's your top 3 then. Mason Roth on the back wheel. Mr. Nasser claims the final transfer spot there. Wow, he left it right to the very end to get that one over the line. What a session that was then for Q1 for the Superbikes. Well done to Christian, Jan and Mason Roth. You guys will go through to Q2. Unlucky there for Aaron, only half a second off the final transfer spot. But it's a cruel business, is esports, and certainly motorbike racing is very cruel sometimes. Right, a reminder, who is in qualifying 2 then? Well, these are the names you need to watch out for them, as I'll just sort this lobby out. It's very hard to multitask, but I'm sure we can do it then. So Dylan, Ted, Jamie, Brett, Mason G, Charlie, Christian, Jan and Mason Roth will all fight it out then. 9 riders will fight it out. 10 minutes will fight it out for that pole position. Who will take it? Well, my prediction is Yorkshire's Top Wreck to take pole position in this one. Will the number 1 start P1? We will find out very, very soon. Whew. Let's have a breather, ladies and gents. Let's have a quick breather before the excitement builds again. Whew. Right, I'm going to have a quick drink so I can sort my throat out, because now it's starting to hurt. And I know, poor me, weep. And yes, I'll be back in just a second, ladies and gents. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that's better. Right then, the 9 riders battling for pole are here. I think to build some tension, we'll have to play the intro. Ladies and gents, the all-important Q2. Who will take pole position in Superbikes? We're about to find out. It's time for Q2 in the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. And the green flag is being shown at the end of pit lane then, ladies and gents. Something's going on. I don't like the look of this. I really do not like the look of this. Oh. Come on. No! The number 86 of Jamie then has suffered a technical issue again. I believe it's, what's that? We have transmission issues for the number 86. Oh, that is unlucky that for Jamie. So he'll be starting later in P9 if they can get the bike sorted in time. Right, 10-minute qualifier. Q2 is here. Who is going to take that pole position? My prediction is the number 1 on your screens now. Will Dylan take it? Put your predictions in the chat. Let's see who's going to take it then. I have not got a clue. The Battle of Pathway. We've got 3 riders in this one. Christian, Jan and Charlie. Out of those 3, who will take the Pathway honours? Well, we'll find out very, very soon as we see Dylan now down towards turn 8 on his first flying lap then. Into turn 9 then. Are we going to have 2 Ducatis on the front row? How will the Yamahas do? We will, of course, find out in about 9 minutes time. As we'll just do that. Lovely stuff. Right. Here we go then, Dylan, into that turn 12, 13 and 14 section. Nicely done there for Dylan on the power for the number 1. Of course, reigning Superbike champion on the channel. That's why he's carrying the number 1 plate. Down towards turn 17 then for the riders. We see Super Ted in the background and also Christian as well, hot on the heels of the number 1 Ducati. Into turn 17 there. Or just slightly gets it a little bit wide, but will nicely gather that all back up then through turn 17. Head down towards turn 18 then. As we keep saying, drops off the face of the earth through turn 18 then. First lap about to be set then. Is Dylan going to provisional pole? I'm sure he will. Will he stay there? Let's find out. Over the line he goes. 147.128. Strong opening lap from Dylan. No, he gets beaten by Ted by 1,000th of a second. Super Ted to provisional pole. Christian 147.8, 148.4 for Ashby's finest. Brett then. We're still waiting for 4 riders to set times. Mason Roth has just come out of the pits and has flung himself to the medical centre. Charlie 148.590. Mason G 152.863. So struggling on that first lap then for Mason G. Good bankers that from Charlie and Brett. Whereabouts is Jan? About to come over the line now. And he does a 154.065. So Charlie has just slipped off there, going up towards turn 6. Again, very easy to do that. Let's have a look then. Christian currently on that front row, as we see Ted there doing a bit of motocross in the background. Wow, look at that, 1,000th of a second then between Dylan and Ted. Just less than 7 minutes remaining of this session, and Dylan gets a little bit wrong through turn number 3 there into turn 4 for first and second in this session. Nice to see Christian on that front row on the older BMW. Dylan has aborted mission, gets well out of the way of the number 34 of the Super Ted. That cape flapping in the breeze. I believe he's using Mr. Sheen products on it today. Other brands are available to clean your capes with. Up to turn 9 now for Super Ted. Into turn 10. Nicely done, using just enough road. Oh, this has got to be a cracking lap from Ted, surely. Down to turn 12, 13 and 14 then. No rider got into the 46s in this session so far. Ted could be about to rewrite that script. On for a mid 1:46. His fastest time of the weekend is a 1:46.629. Through turn 15 now, about to flick it right into turn 16. Oh, just got on the power there, a little bit late, was a bit wide. And that just cost him. Brett onto the front row, 1:47.485 for Brett. Oh, 6/10 off for Super Ted. Surely Ted will move those goalposts. And let's not forget, ladies and gents, the team's championship is also a factor in this one. So a combined result of both rider and, well, both riders in the team will equate to the team's total for that round. So the Ducati team, second and third in a good position. Ted coming up to the line now, 1:47.127 is his best. A 1:46.322 for Super Ted. Pushes those goalposts even further apart. What a lap. He was looking so good there. Was the number 34 Malted SFB Electrical Yamaha. What a lap from the team boss himself. Has put himself firmly on that pole position. Now it's up to Dylan to respond in this one. Great lap from Ted. Let's keep an eye on the timing screens. We're still waiting for a decent lap to be set from Mason G. All 8 riders have set lap times. Mason G, 1:47.267, puts himself on the front row for now. Malted SFB Electrical Yamaha 1 and 3. CS Autos Ducati 2 and 4 at the moment. Dylan 2/10 up. Not going to be enough to topple Super Ted at the minute. Through turn 14 then for the number 1 Ducati. Into turn 15 then. With a long radius left-hander. And flicks it right into 16. Jan has gone up to P6 ahead of Charlie. 1:48.224. Only a couple of tenths shy of what he did in Q1. Christian leading the pathway scrap. 1:47.8 for him. Oh, here we go. Dylan 6/10 up then. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Sorry. Out of turn 17 then. Dylan will get close to Ted. It depends on how he goes in this one. Charlie, P5, 1:47.640 for Evil Knievel. Goes up to P5. And that's the middle of row number 2. Then up to the line for Dylan. No, he's down! Oh, Dylan then hits the deck. Oh, that was so unfortunate for the number 1. I can hear swearing. Oh, that was unlucky for Dylan there. Very easy to tuck the front at that point of the circuit. Ashby's finest there. Does a little bit of weeding at turn number 6 and 7. But at the head of row number 2. Great effort this from Charlie, leading the pathway scrap at the moment. Mason Roth, 149.695, just not troubling these guys at the moment. Let's get Charlie now down towards turn 12, 13 and 14. He's a second off, and going to be no improvement on this lap. What a lap time that is from Super Ted. Unreal work by the number 34. I was going to call him a youngster, but I know he's not that young. Into turn 18 then for Christian. Nicely done, well negotiated, using that curb, not too much, just enough. Fantastic then. Mason G, 146.824. He goes up to P2, Malted SFB Electrical Yamaha 1-2 at the moment. Right, let's see then, can the Ducatis respond then? Brett is just up ahead of teammate Dylan. Whoa, what an exciting session. 2 minutes remaining of this one. Unfortunately for James there, didn't get out in this one. Technical issues for the number 86. He would have played his part. I would have thought would have meant that a Yamaha lockout on the front row. Let's get Brett then through sector number 2. Just keep an eye on the timing screens. Oh, he's a 10th off through sector 2 then, so he's not far behind. Through turn 14 then for Ashby's finest then. And into turn 15. Through turn 15 then for Brett. Flicks it right. Oh, just gets wrong side of the curb again. Doesn't lose any time or traction. Or does he? We'll find out in a few seconds. We'll keep an eye on Dylan's sector times as well. Brett is 2.5 tenths down. I've gone the wrong way. Let's have a look at Dylan then. He's half a second up. This will challenge Mason G. If he can just... Oh, he's just gone wide there. Through turn 17. Bit of traffic up ahead. Shouldn't affect this lap. He will not get another lap, so Dylan has to make it count now. Through turn 18. On that front row, though. That's all he needs to do. Jan, 147.651. He has gone to the back of row number 2. I was looking at Dylan, who has gone P2. 146.584 for Dylan there. Here comes Mason G over the line. Doesn't improve, so that could be your front row as Dylan tucks the front at turn number 4. Has Super Ted bagged a pole position? He sat in the pits. As we see Charlie there, about to do a practice start. Jan's doing a bit of grass tracking. Good start that from Charlie. And checkered flag about to be shown then on Q2 for the Superbikes. And checkered flag is indeed out. So your top 2 are done. Let's have a look at Christian then. Jan's got very, very close to the back of Charlie then. Over the line for Christian. And he's at the back of... Sorry, he's at the front of row number 3. So Jan's really put himself in the mix there. In that one, Charlie. Great to see Charlie on the back wheel and showing that pre-season form. And carrying that on into the round then. Oh, look at this. Very nice, chaps. Very nice. But your pole position sitter then. Your pole sitter. Super Ted has done it then. Wow. Shows how little I know. Well, I was close. Dylan that couple of tenths shy of that pole position. But it is Super Ted who will be on pole for race number 1 a little bit later on. Dylan rounding out. Sorry. In second, Mason G rounding out row number 1. Row 2 will see Brett, Charlie and Jan scrapping it out for that first corner. Very short run to turn 1. And then we've got Christian, Mason Roth and Jamie will be on row 3 with Aaron behind them in row number 4. Whoa, what a session that was then. Well done Super Ted for getting that pole position. Unbelievable. Whew. Holy smokes, fair play to all the riders there. Really pushing the limits of man and machine. I love that. That was brilliant. What do you reckon to that one, chat? I don't know if it's actually updating because, well, I still stuck on a message that was about half an hour ago. Right, it's time for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. Then 10 minutes, Q1 session 4. Those guys, and we'll reveal who is in what session. And we have had a couple of extra riders join this one then, so we'll get Andalucia loaded up. So in Q1 we've got Connor, Ollie, Mason G, Liam, Charlie, Isaac, Adam, Christian, and Jordan, who is a brand new face to the channel. And then in Q2, we've got Guy, Corey, Kyle, Joe, Hayden, Vinny, Scott, George, and Jack E. Now, we have got 2 Jacks. We've got Jack L, who will be joining us at some point this year, hopefully. Big shout out to Jack L. And then we've also got Jack E as well. Ollie, first one in to the lobby. As we got Adam there as well. Fantastic. Yes, I'll just keep that on screen for a few moments, ladies and gents, so I can gauge whether I've got the right people in the lobby. We'll go to the next thingamabob. Yes. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, you guys are so damn good. Unbelievable work. Unbelievable. Oh, fantastic. Lads. I applaud your efforts because you have absolutely nailed it, making my life so much easier. Oh, cannot wait for this one then. So, Q1 about to appear for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. They have their race tomorrow. So the format, if you have just joined us, the original format was to do heats and finals. We are just sort of trialing and error. We're doing a bit of trial and error with this championship, just to see what's going to work best. We do like the heat and final format, but we're also trying to spice things up a little bit as well. So we're going to see how this one goes, and things may change with this championship. Like everything with the inaugural season, there will be some trial and error, but I think we've pretty much got everything nailed. But we'll find out in due course as Christian's going on the MV. Very nice. Nice choice. I'm sure he will be just sorting his machine out now. Fingers crossed. Ah, there you go. See, he heard me. Right, let's kick the imposter out and we'll crack on with this one. Who topped the times yesterday? It was Mason G, 149.143 versus Connor on a 149.228. Liam, 150.068. Who did we have in fourth? It was Christian, 150.231, and Adam, 150.5 was the lap times yesterday. So what will be happening usually is we have really oversubscribed this one. We're going to have about 28 riders in this, I think, the official entry list going forward. So what would happen is we'll do the Q1 and Q2. Q1 will be riders 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, etc. in the championship, so the odd side of the championship. Q2 will have the even side. And then the top 8 from each session will go through to the race. But because it's the first round and we've got 18 riders signed up for qualifying, all of them will go through. This is to see where they'll start on the grid for tomorrow. So we are going to get this one underway then. It's time for Q1 for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. And the green flag has been shown then at the end of pit lane. Let's see if all riders manage to make it out. If riders don't, then it will be exactly the same format as Superbikes. So Jamie will start from the back of row number 3, so he'll be on P9 on the grid. And we'll do the same for the Ducatis. Whoever gets boosted out will just do something. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Mason G then not made it out for qualifying one then here for the Ducati, so he'll be starting towards the back of the grid tomorrow. Oh, that is unlucky for Mason G, but everyone else is out there, and let's crack on with the session. We will have a look at New Boy Jordan in just a few moments. Welcome to the channel, Jordan, and welcome to all the new faces here at SDPG. Let's get Liam then through his first lap then. 10-minute session for these guys, then they'll have Q2. Well, the next group will have Q2 in a wee while, in about 15 minutes. Then it'll be race number 1 for the Superbike. Stick around for the Superbike race. It's going to be an absolute corker. So then let's get Liam into turn number 8 then. Nicely done from the APR Racing rider. Now my predictions for the championship are, let me have a look actually. I'll need to go back a couple of pages. Charlie to take it ahead of Connor and Mason G. But with Mason G potentially not turning up on Tuesdays when the racing is, I may have to give Adam a bit of a nod on this one, and he could be the one to take that P3 in the standings. But it's very early stages. We've got a lot of new riders. Excuse me. So it is all to play for. I have not got a clue. As we see Liam now heading down the back straight, and he will be the first rider to set a flying lap. Now, with some of these riders, they're doing it as a second class. The likes of Christian, Adam, Connor, Isaac, Charlie, those guys. No, actually, Isaac. Oh, it's Liam there. Does tip off at turn 17. But yes, some riders are doing this as a second class. Some riders, this is their one and only outing of the weekend, and they would like to maybe progress into Super Sport and Superbike and classes a bit further up in the future. So they've really got to try and prove themselves in this class, but it's going to be very difficult. And this is where the cream will rise to the top, because the talent will rise to the top, I suppose. Because obviously everyone is on the same rise. 154.3 opening lap then from Liam. He goes to the top. Christian, 151.0, 150.5 from Connor then. The number 9 machine of Connor has gone to the top of the times. Charlie P2, 150.732 on the Golf Racing machine. Ollie there, number 66, a new face on the channel. He's sat there in P4. We've got Jordan there, the number 23 machine, in P6 now, because Adam's gone to the top, 150.232. That's faster than he went yesterday. Good to see Jordan on the channel. Welcome, Jordan. Nice to have you with us, buddy, and already showing a good turn of pace in this one. As we see Jordan now up towards turn number 9. And into turn 10 he goes. Nicely done that. So whoever made this livery, I can't remember who's done it. Fair play. That is tidy. I'm liking that. To be fair, there's no bad looking bike on the grid, is there really? No. So just to recap you guys, and just to clarify, the times from this session will be battling against the times from the next session. So whoever goes P1 in both sessions, whoever's faster will go on the pole position, and it'll filter all the way down like that. That's how we're going to do it. We're trialing this system. Hopefully it'll work. If you are putting things in the chat, I'm so sorry. It's not refreshing. So I cannot see what you're putting, and I do apologise. Technical issues galore tonight, ladies and gents, as we see Jordan now. Only a tenth and a bit off through Sector 3. As Adam goes over the line, no improvement for him, but there is a gang of riders heading up towards the line now. Let's see. Oh, Liam to the top, 150.111. He does go to provisional pole. Yeah, we can say that actually. Yes, provisional pole then for Liam. Over the line for Jordan then. 153.6 for him. Let's have a look at Ollie then. Over the line he goes, number 66 machine. No improvement for him. Look at this, 5 riders in the 150 bracket. 150.111 for Liam, 150.2 for Adam, 150.4 for Christian, 150.5 for Connor, and a 150.6 for Evil Knievel Charlie, who is going 2/10 up through that sector. That's down towards turn 8 then. Let's have a look then at Isaac on the number 73 machine. Just missed his first sector time there. Down towards turn 8 then for Isaac, the ISM Racing Ducati, into turn 8. Just a little bit wide there for Isaac. Gather that one up nicely. Into turn 9 and 10 he goes now. Nice looking helmet that. I don't know if that is a nod to Lee Jackson. It certainly looks like it. And into the turn 12, 13 and 14 section. 1.2 seconds up. This is a good improvement for Isaac. Oh, it just runs a little bit wide though through that turn 12 section. Liam's going into turn 17 now. Just see on the mini-map at the bottom of the screen. You guys can't see that. That's exclusive information for me and me only. Woohoo! Nice. Isaac then through turn 16 on the power, on the big Ducati, down towards... Oh, dearie me. About yanking the microphone out of my controller. Didn't want to do that. Ooh, got big feet, that's why. 1.5 seconds up is Isaac going into turn 17. Probably won't catch up to the back of Jordan on this one, but he won't be far off. Liam has improved, 149.966. First rider into the 149s in this session. There has been some changes. That Connor to the top. Connor Chameleon, number 9. 159.565. Connor then surely is going to be a favourite for pole position. Isaac, 155.168 for him. He does improve his lap time. Onto the back straight then for Ollie, then down towards turn 17. 2 riders in that 149 bracket. Ollie's going a second faster. I won't see him get up to the back of Charlie, but it'll certainly get him a bit closer. Through turn 17 then, and up towards turn 18 for the number 66 machine. Through turn 18. Oh, he's getting that out of shape. Very nice, Ollie. I'm liking that, son. Into turn 19. He's going to flick now, and over the line he goes. Going to be any improvement in position? No improvement in position, but certainly in time. Only 7/10 down on Charlie. Jordan there, 10th down through sector number 2. We'll keep an eye on his progress, but let's have a look at Charlie then. Half a second up through sector 1. Charlie's getting that really loosey-goosey into turn number 6 as he heads down towards turn 8 now. Nicely done for the number 24 machine. Into turn 9. Can he get onto that front row? He's got Adam and Christian ahead of him, only a few tenths ahead. We'll see if he can do it then as he goes up to the completion of sector 2 now. Oh, he's 3 tenths. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful from Charlie. Great line from the number 24. Just hits a bit of a bobble there in the curb. Into turn 15 for Charlie then. Gulf Racing machine. As he flicks it right now on the power. As he heads down towards turn 17. I keep getting them mixed up. Turn 17, 18. Unbelievable, Jeff. Down to turn 17 then. Oh, he's 0.444 up. Oh, he gets it out of shape into 17, but gathers it all up nicely on the power then. Up to turn 18, the tricky turn 18. Quite a few riders out this weekend. That was one of the K-Tech boys coming out onto circuit. The minute and a half remaining in qualifying 1 then. Up to the line. Is Charlie going to go onto that front row? Over the line he goes. No, P4, 150.306. So Adam, well, he's safe for now. We'll have a look then at the number 77 as he heads down towards that turn 8. But Christian has pipped him, 150.139. We're saying that's front row at the moment. But will it be after the riders from Q2 have completed their laps? Look at that from Adam. Nice, I'm liking that style. Into turn 12, 3 tenths up then for Adam. Is this going to see him back onto that front row? Through turn 14 then. He's going to flick it left into 15. Nicely done. I think that's Isaac just up ahead of him. Yes, it is. Number 77 on the gas. Isaac does get out of the way of the number 77 of Adam then. Down the back straight. Sector 3. Time coming up now. Oh, he's only a 10th up. Oh, it will see him We'll see him pip Christian though, if he can keep it going. Checkered flag about to be shown then for the Ducatis, and checkered flag is indeed out for the Q1 for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. Oh, Adam's down at turn 18. Has caught a few riders out, has that corner this weekend, and unfortunately has caught the number 77 machine out. Unlucky that for Adam. Well, at the moment, it's looking like Connor will be. He's on provisional pole ahead of Liam then, and Christian on the front row for now. We'll get the Q2 times in and we'll let you know tomorrow what the grid order is. Oh, unlucky that for Christian. Just not going to get his lap done, but not far away at all. So then, Q1 for the Ducatis is all done then. And I can confirm that Connor is on provisional pole ahead of Liam and Christian. Then it's Adam, Charlie and Ollie, with Jordan. Strong start to his SDPG career in 7th, and Isaac there, not far away in P8. Right, fresh lobby it's time for Q2. And let's give you a reminder who is in qualifying 2 for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. And as per usual, the technology is playing up, so I can't see the little preview, which helps me sort of run this stream. So I'll wait till it comes up on the stream, which is about 30 minutes behind. It's not actually 30 minutes behind. I'm just making that up. Right then, let's get this one sorted. Another 10 minutes, and it looks like it's popped up now. Thank you very much. Right. Fantastic. So, that's the wrong one. Haha, wrong one. What a dipstick. Okay, so now we'll wait another 10 minutes for it to sort itself out. And then we will get this one sorted then. So, riders, get yourself in the lobby now if you're in Q2. Perfect, that's all sorted. I'm still waiting for it to change on the stream. That's how far behind it is. Hey, there we go. So we've got Guy, we've got Corey, we've got Kyle, we've got Joe, we've got Hayden, we've got Vinny, we've got Scott, we've got George, and we've got Jack. Fabulous. Right, let's see. There we go. Lovely. Right then. Oh my goodness gracious. Deary me. Okie dokie. So we're just waiting for a few more riders. Who are we waiting for? Not a clue. Let's crack on then with getting into the lobby then. We've got George. Yeah, George is in. Of course, he is. So wait for 2 more riders. Where's Guy? Guy's in there. Yep. Oh, dearie me. Right, we'll give the riders there just a minute to get themselves sorted. Stick around, ladies and gents. We are nearly at race number 1 for the SDPG British Superbikes. We've got Q2 here for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. Then it's Superbike time. Oh, I'm excited. Really excited for the first Superbike race. First of 36 races. If you missed us yesterday, ladies and gents, we've got so many events coming up this year. I'll just give you some stats whilst we wait for the riders. So we've got 24 Academy events. That's over 2 seasons of the Academy. 72 days of Academy action for you. 29 one-off events. 6 road race events. That's 18 days of road race action. 62 race events in total. Then we've got 158 days of action here at SDPG. That is including track days as well. So a lot to look forward to then in this year for SDPG. Right, we are going to go with this one in just a second. Hang on, let me just get me a doodah up. That's really not helpful. So the technology is proper playing up at the moment. So I can't see. Well, on my screen, everything's upside down, which isn't helpful at all. I'm not Australian. We love the Australians, but I can't. Right. So I'll just wait for the stream to... There we go. We're missing Kyle and Hayden. Yes. Right then. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go with this one. I do apologise, ladies and gents. Can't see the chat. So I don't know if anyone's putting anything in there. I do apologise. I'm not being rude. It's just not updating. Right, so we are going to go with this one then. 10 minutes, qualifying 2, and then it's time for race 1 of Superbikes. 7 riders will fight it out for the chance to be on pole position. I remind you, ladies and gents, the times from this session and the previous session will be combined, and whoever has the fastest time in the positions, so whoever's fastest in both sessions, whoever's got the quickest time out of them, will be on pole, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc. You know the drill. And the green flag is being shown around the circuit. And then the pit lane. Yes! Gyro to that. Right, internal joke. Let's crack on then with this one. Now, we're going to try and get people's names right. We have got a couple of new ones here. We've got Jack on screen, number 21. Jack, I may say, mate, you're running a fantastic number there, my friend. Not being biased, but I run number 21 myself. Jack knows some style. Liking it. Right. Number 21 then, Jack. Let's see what he can do. Welcome to the channel, by the way, Jack. Nice to have you joining us. That's a very colourful bunch behind. Who are those guys? Oh, of course. It's Scotty Too Hotty on the MLD machine. We love it. As we see Jack then into turn number 6. Great to have Jack with us on the split line racing Ducati. Jack, please correct me if I'm wrong there, mate. I usually am wrong. It says it there, Sean. You know, them glasses that are on your face, how about you use them? Into turn number 9 then we go with the... Oh! Scott's gone to the car park there, gone to downtown Barcelona, I think, and he's flicked that cone there as well. As we see, Jack now will be the first rider to complete a lap time, and we'll go back to have a look at the second newbie in this session. We've got Vinny joining us as well. Great to have some fresh faces and some fresh talent in the SDPG fold. As we see Jack now into turn 15. I have been keeping an eye on Jack's social media, and he has been posting some updates, regular updates. And I tell you what, could be a dark horse for this championship. Oh, gets it a little bit wrong. Out of turn 16. How do you not know the turns already, Shanes? Come on. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Down into turn 17 then for the number 21. Is that Corey behind him? It is indeed. So he missed us yesterday. Corey again is another new face that we've got on the channel. Great to have, like we say, great to have some fresh talent in the ranks. Into turn 18 together. Oh, Corey got that a little bit sideways. Into turn 18 then. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, dearie me. Corey's had a humongous accident behind Jack. Jack over the line, 151.3 already. Great lap that is from Jack. There's Scott there, 154.0. Here he is, front row Joe. And I'm being an absolute div and not putting that on screen. Lovely stuff. So Joe, 151.403 for the number 69 machine. A nod to the late Chrissy Rouse. Oh, just get that a little bit sideways. Going through turn number 3. Let's have a look at Vinny then, number 55. Oh, yes, that's fetching. I'm liking this. Very nice, son. Very, very nice. This is great. Oh, I'm loving this. Love some fresh talent. As we see Vinny now, he's about to go through sector 1. 2.5 tenths up, I think. Is that Guy in front of him? Of course it is. Yes, the number 83 of Guy then, and the number 55 of Vinny then, as they head down towards turn number 8. With just less than 7 minutes of the session remaining. First laps on the board, just waiting for George and Corey to set their initial lap time. So at the moment, it will be Connor on that pole position, because he was the only rider into the one. No, he wasn't the only rider in the 149ers. Do not get yourself in trouble, Shawnee. Oh dear, oh dearie me. Oh, sorry, people. Oh, excuse me. So there, Vinny was about just shy of a 10.5 up through sector 2 there, into turn 15 he goes. That is a lovely looking bike. I say that too often. I do apologise, ladies and gents. As we see Vinny now heading down the back straight. George to the top. 150.013 for George. That's going to be a tough time to beat. 1.3 seconds quicker than the opposition. We'll see what happens with Corey. He's just waiting for him to set his first flying lap then. As we see front row Joe just keeping well out of the way of everybody. And I think Jack has just improved his time slightly, 151.2. Guy looks like he dropped it at turn 18. Again, oh, very easy to do. Oh, I think Guy's just had a bit of a tumble again in the background. Over the line for Vinny. Oh, no improvement for the young man there. But still a great effort from him as we see Guy over the line now. Let's have a look at Corey then, the only rider not to set a lap time yet, as he goes through turn 16 then on the power. So front row Joe living up to his name in P3 at the moment. I don't know whether that will put him on combined standings. We'll find that out tomorrow when I go through them all. As you see Corey now, the number 45 K-Tech suspension Ducati into turn 17. Let's ride on board with the number 45. As he goes up towards turn, I was about to say 14, that's completely wrong. Turn 18 for number 45 machine. Oh, front end protesting. Oh, that's a bit close to the edge of the curve. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I need me on. Right, over the line. Over the line for Corey. Oh, front end protesting. 151.261 for Corey. Does go P2 at the moment. But the number 93 of George is currently on top spot. Over the line he goes now, 150.156 for George. Just waiting for Guy then to do a lap without a mistake. Like we say, Andalucia Very tricky circuit and very easy to make a mistake. We'll have a look at Guy then as he goes down the back straight. Very close between Corey and Jack. Good to see some new faces towards the top. He's going 7.5 seconds quicker at the moment is Guy. Jack has improved, 150.6. Scott there, 151.3, 151.2 for Corey. Oh, that's close. That is close. As we see Guy now dropping a leg into turn 18 then. On the power, up towards turn 19 and about to go over the line any second now. Oh, then he goes 151.859 for the number 83. Puts himself in P6 in this session. Front row Joe, currently on row number 2. As we see Scotty 2 Hottie then on the MLD Ducati. Oh, just runs a little bit wide at turn number 9. It's turn 10 for Scott then the number 5. Oh, using all the curb. Very nice. Down towards turn 12, 13 and 14. Whoa! Okay, Scott's just about gathered it all up. As we see him go through 14 into 15. 3 minutes remaining then of Q2 for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. It's currently George, Jack and Corey topping this session. Your top 3 with Scott, Joe, Guy and Vinny rounding out the top 7. 152.2 from Vinny. That's a great lap to be your first session on SDPG and be that close to the guys ahead. Great stuff indeed. As we see Scotty 2 Hottie then through turn 17 on the power. And up towards the dreaded turn 18. Nicely done from Scott. Oh, gets a little bit loosey-goosey. On the power. Now of turn 18 then up to turn 19. He's going to go over the line any second now. And that's a 151.157. A tenth off Corey at the moment. As we see the number 45 going into turn 10. We'll have oh, Jack has improved again. 150.456 for the number 21. Troy Bayliss, a great legend of our sport, ran that number. John Hopkins as well. Great stuff this from Jack. Awesome to see. Whoa, that's a big one. Get off, sunshine. That was a bit vicious, wasn't it? Poor Jack there does hit the deck with less than 2 minutes remaining of this session. As here comes George on the number 93 APR machine. Look at that. Beautiful from George. Oh, Guy there into 5th now. 151.191. 151.993 for Vinny. Awesome stuff. Oh, look, this is just so competitive. Glad I'm not racing in this. As we have a... Well, George just matched his second sector time there. Nicely done from the number 93. All good riders ride with number 93. And because I can't see the comments, I can get slaughtered and not see it. As George now flicks it into turn 16 then with a minute remaining of the session. Down towards turn 17. Next sector time about to pop up now. Ooh, 900ths up for George. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Something's happened to George then. Oh, that's not a good sign. Mechanical issues then for George, I presume. No brakes at the end of the back straight. That's not what we want to see. As Corey then on the back. Oh, there we go. Mechanical problems then for George. That has been confirmed. Luckily, Series Director is on the ball and has screenshotted his time, so 150. Oh, no, I didn't ask for Siri, did I? No, stop it. Bad phone. As we see Scott now with 10 seconds remaining of the session, going into turn 15, and the checkered flag is out now for the Ducatis, and it was George that topped that. Oh, Guy with the last lap, a 150.631 goes into P2, but it's Jack then that will be in P2 in this session because George topped that one. This Guy in 3rd, Corey 4th. Very nice, Corey. Oh, look at that. Number 45 on the back wheel. Very nice, sunshine. And then we've got the number 5 of Scott there in P5. P6 for Joe, front row Joe, heading a little bit sideways. And Vinny about to come up to the line now. We're going to see an improvement from the number 55. No, we're not. What a session that was for the Ducatis. We will screenshot those times, and those will be put into the super duper machine, which is called my brain, and we will sort them times out tomorrow. Right. Are we ready, ladies and gents? Oh, dearie me. I think I am. Right, let's... Okay, let's get the phone on charge so I can actually see the lap times. That might be a good idea from qualifying. And if you missed it earlier on, Q2 and pole position, the first pole position of the season for Superbikes was taken by Super Ted. Super Ted will be on that pole position in a few moments' time. 7-lap race then for the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. This is going to be an absolute belter, ladies and gents. Really, really exciting stuff is this one. So, your grid order will look like this. Ted on the pole position ahead of Dylan and Mason G, front row. Brett, Charlie and Jan, row number 2, with Christian, Mason, Roth and Jamie on row 3. Jamie, unfortunately, suffered some technical issues earlier on, which unfortunately put him out of qualifying. And then Aaron will be in P10 on row number 4. I will remind you, ladies and gents, as I'm sure you've already seen, it's a very short run down to turn number 1. So this could get quite hectic as we go into turn 1. Right, let's get this one all sorted. Let's get everyone in the right grid positions. I've just seen Mason G pop up. Thank you very much, Mason. Who was in P4? It was Brett, of course. CS Autos Ducati having a strong run there, 2 and 4. Who was 5th? It was Charlie. Then it was Jan. Then it was Christian. Then it was Mason Roth. Then it was Jamie. Then it was Aaron. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Ladies and gents, are you ready for the first Superbike race of 2025? The first race of 2025 here on SDPG. This is going to be an absolute barnstormer, ladies and gents. Well, if you're not ready, tough monkeys, because we're going. It's time for race number 1 here on the SDPG British Superbikes in association with Exact Moves. Come on! Here we go, ladies and gents. Race number 1 for the Superbikes. I do apologise, we had some technical issues there. Right, so, drama before things have even kicked off. Jan and Jamie have been pushed off the grid with bike issues. Unlucky that for those guys, which means 8 riders will battle it out for top spot. Who is going to take it? We've got Ted on pole, Dylan in second, Mason G in third on the grid. Well, it's time to stop talking. It's time to go racing. Let's go, people. Right, here we go. Short run down to turn 1, remember. This could get a little bit ugly, but we will find out in due course. Right, if it would like to load, that would be fantastic. We don't want any technicals now. Come on. Wakey, wakey. Come on. Don't do this to me now. Do not do this to me now. Don't do it. Thank you. Right, here we go then. As you can see, a very short run down to the first corner. We don't even know if the lights are on. But they're not on. Here we go. Race 1 of the year is underway. And that's a good start there by Mason G and Ted. Whoa! Contact between... Oh, there's a faller there in the background. Who was that? I think that was Mason Roth. That has hit the deck then. Oh, and Christian as well has crashed. So it's Dylan that's barged his way to the front then. The number 1 plate means business in 2025 as we see the riders now go down through turn 4 and 5 up to 6 then. Oh, Dylan's got it wrong into turn 6. Wide he goes, and I think he's just dropped it there. It's a Malted SFB Electrical Yamaha 1-2 at the moment. Ted is leading this one ahead of Mason G. Charlie in third, top pathway rider. Unfortunately for Jan, been pushed off the grid. Oh, and wide for Charlie. Brett now up to P3. Dylan's got a lot of work to do there. All the way back. Well, he's at the back of the pack. Unlucky that for Dylan. But it's Mason G who's putting the pressure on teammate Ted. Can Brett get up to the back of these guys? 1.2 seconds down at the moment. But that Ducati will have some good power down the back straight. Charlie at the moment in P4, leading the pathway. P5 then for Mason Roth. 6th for Aaron. Here comes Dylan down the inside of the Exact Moves Kawasaki. That got a little bit close and personal, but they all get through. Christian there is at the back. A few mistakes there for the number 78. My prediction for this race was Ted, Dylan and Mason G was the podium. At the moment, it's Ted, Mason G and Brett. Now, how will the number 28 attack his teammate? Will he just keep it nice and steady, or will he go for a move? Up to the line they go then, to complete the opening lap of the season then. Over the line for Super Ted. And a great opening lap that was from Ted, but Mason G had a real strong line through turn 1. Aaron's had a mistake a little bit further back. Has dropped to P8 then. Dylan in P6. Let's keep an eye on his progress. Will he be able to close up to the back of these guys? I think it's got to be a little bit too much to ask in a 7-lap race. Mason G doing... Whoa! Excuse me, doing a bit of motocross there. Was Mason G a look at Ashby's finest? Can Brett have a say in this? Oh, he's gone off the track. Off the track for Brett. They're just pushing a bit too hard at turn 6 and 7. That's given the Yamahas a chance to pull away. Ted at the moment still leading this one. 8/10 to the good over Mason G. Just got to keep his head now. Don't do anything stupid. And, well, it's looking good at the moment for those guys. Charlie, a solid opening ride at the moment. Dylan now up to P5. Mason Roth has made a mistake there. A little bit further back. Oh, Mason G's made a mistake as well. Oh, Dylan's off the track as well there. Charlie up to third. Brett in second. Ted 2.5 seconds to the good then. Right, keep your head, sunshine. Keep your head, and you've got this one. Well, I say you've got this one. There's still a long way to go yet, as we see. Oh, oh, well, I didn't expect that already. The field is stretched out then. Christian up to P6. But it is Super Ted. Malted SFB Electrical Yamaha starting his season off nice and strong with the pole. Is he going to convert pole into a win? Ashby's finest then will be in P2. Well, it is in P2 at the moment. A reminder, ladies and gents, the finishing order of this race will determine the grid position for race number 2 tomorrow, which will be the second race out after Supersport Sprint Race. 147.7 for Super Ted. Here's his first flying lap. Charlie 148.6, Mason G 153.4, 148.9 for Dylan there. Oh, he's off the track again. Oh, it's not going well for the reigning Superbike champion. And Mason G's doing more motocross. Can Charlie get on the podium then? In his first race out on the Superbike, Charlie was a big revelation in our Supersport category. Is he going to turn into a Superbike star? Well, we'll find out over this season, but what a way to start. In the pathway class, doing a Lewis Rollo, ladies and gents, and could stick it on the box. Still a long way to go, though, in this one. Lap 3 of 7, and it's still Super Ted, 2.5 seconds to the good. Brett's not really letting him get away with this one, just keeping that gap at 2.5 seconds. That's all he can do at the moment, and just try and chip away at Super Ted. That is one of Ted's weaknesses, he will admit that himself, is once the mistakes start for Ted, it's like a domino effect, and he just loses his head. But he has been working on that in the winter and the off-season to try and not make that happen. Mason G closing the gap on Charlie at the moment. 2.2 seconds is the gap out front, as Charlie runs a bit wide there, but we'll get it on the fat part of the tyre, and we'll send it down the back straight then. And will he stay ahead of the number 28 machine as he go into turn 17? Hard on the brakes then for Mason G. What a start to the season we've had already. Let's go a little bit further back then whilst we've got a bit of time. We've got Christian there in P6. Mason Roth in 7th. Not been the start of the year he would have wanted. Number 92 of Aaron in P8. But still picking up points. That's all that matters. Over the line then they go for Super Ted of 147.1, 147.5 for Brett, 148.0 for Charlie. Just missed Mason G's time. Mason G now right on the back of the number 24 Aprilia. Dylan is lurking in the background. 2.2 seconds, it's doable, but when you've got the likes of Mason G ahead of you, who is absolutely rapid, it's a tough ask. But if anyone can, Dylan can. Into turn number 6. Now then they go. Charlie just hanging on for the time being ahead of Mason G. It's right on board then with the Yamaha rider into turn 8. Charlie just runs a little bit wide. That's actually perfect. I take it back. They're not letting Brett get away either in this one. Charlie really is doing a great job here at hanging on, but will the Yamaha pounce into turn 12? Oh, Charlie's going in a bit deep. Oh, Charlie's made a mistake. Down he goes. Charlie's hit the deck, then unlucky. Mason piled the pressure on, and unfortunately Charlie cracked, but he's still at the head of the pathway race at the moment. But Christian is now hot on his heels. We'll keep an eye on this battle though. 24 place 78 fought the battle for P5 and top honours in pathway. Unfortunately for Jan, he probably would have been in this scrap, but technical issues for the Eden Floor BMW Motorrad machine has cost Jan today. Also the RD Racing Yamaha letting Jamie down. I'm sure he would have been in this podium fight, as we'll keep an eye on this battle. 2.7 seconds to the good now is Super Ted. Make that 2.5 seconds over P2 Brett. Let's go back to the front then. Let's have a check on Super Ted. Number 34, 147.5. Brett, a strong start to his campaign. This is what he needs. 148.1 for Mason G, as we see the number 1 of Dylan 2 seconds down on G-Dog at the moment. Well, let's keep an eye on this battle though. Let's keep an eye on the pathway scrap. Oh, Charlie just gets it a little bit wrong. Oh, that was close between Christian and Charlie then. Charlie does go defensive, just gets it a little bit wrong. Let's have a look then from Christian's point of view. He's going to send it into turn 6. No, he's not. Thinks better of it then as they go round turn 7 now. Whoa, on the gravel. Holy smokes, that got a bit lively. Into turn 8 then. Charlie again. Oh, Charlie's down again. Oh, unlucky for the Aprilia rider, Mason Roth. Oh, Mason Roth there does clip the back. Oh, contact between the two of them. This is going wrong for Charlie. Unlucky for the number 24 Aprilia. Was riding so well, but cracked under the pressure of Mason G and then Christian. Wow, that is unlucky for the young man. Let's have a look then at Super Ted. Let's do a tyre check, because everyone loves tyre checks. Ted, front tyres a little bit warm. Brett's got nice, pretty cool tyres. Mason G also cooking his front, so is Dylan. Dylan's not far away, just can't close the gap to the riders ahead then as they go through turn 17 now, down towards turn 18. Can Super Ted start his campaign off with another win? He's only had one win on the Superbike, and that was at Snetterton in our BSP Esports. If you did miss it, that was a cracking series. He fended off the likes of Mason G and the chasing pack in that one. Look at that, 147.2. Great lap times from 1:46.8 from Mason G. What a lap! He's really piling the pressure on. Well, really piling the pressure on. Yes, he's just keeping Brett honest. Let's put it nicely. But Dylan's just hovering around 2 seconds behind. Just can't close the gap. It's going to take a mistake from these riders for, well, anyone to capitalise. As they go round turn 7 now. Let's ride on board with race leader 10. Not to put any pressure on here, Sunshine. That cape flapping in the breeze, you can hear it. Mr. Sheen has worked well on the brands that are available. Into turn number 10 then for the number 34 of Super Ted. Just gathers that up nicely, run a little bit wide. 3.5 seconds to the go, so you don't have to do anything too silly here. Just got to keep it rubber side down, Ted. And that'll be 18 points in the back pocket for Super Ted. Brett, a strong start to his campaign. 1.5 seconds ahead of Mason G at the moment. I don't think Dylan's going to have enough time or pace to catch Mason G ahead of him, so it could be a P4 for the reigning Superbike champion. Is there any battles going on circuit? I don't think there is, actually. Everyone's just nicely spread out. First race of the season. There, of course, is going to be some nerves, and I can tell you there was some nerves in many camps going into the first race. Once the first race is over and done with, then the nerves will start to settle. But Super Ted then, 1 lap away from glory then here in the inaugural. This actually, yes, it's the first SDPG Academy race. Oh, and round. Lovely stuff. Brett has just closed that gap down ever so slightly, so Ted's got to be careful. Over the line he goes, 1:47.7 onto the final lap. Oh, Brett took half a second out of Ted on that lap. Mason G 1.3 seconds down on Brett. Again, I just think it's too much to ask. Into turn number 5, thank you, for Super Ted then. Up to 6 now. Just got to keep it rubber side down, Ted. And you've got this one, Sunshine. Let's have a look then. Mason G 1.2, 1.1 behind Brett. Oh, this could get a bit tasty in the closing stages of this one. Into turn number 8 then. Caught a few riders out this weekend. The leader of the pathway class, number 78, Christian, just did he get caught up in an incident on the first lap? I can't remember. But yes, he certainly bounced back well. Let's keep an eye on the battle for P2 though. Mason G is really closing that gap on Brett. These two fought it out for the Supersport Championship that we held last year. And Brett came out on top in that one. Half a second between them now. Can Mason G find anything in the final sector of the lap and just make a move on Brett? Down the back straight then for the final time. Who's going to have P2 then? Well, we'll find out in about 30 seconds time. Mason G slide in the back. Oh! Down he goes. A big mistake from Mason G. That's promoted Dylan to 3rd. Wow, did not see that one coming. But the checkered flag flies then. Pressure. What pressure? Pressures for tyres. Super Ted has done it. Yes! Ted takes the win ahead of Brett then in P2. Dylan's going to hang on to 3rd, is he? Just ahead of Mason G. What a race. Christian then, P5. And will take top honours in pathway. Mason Roth on the back wheel. He's got to be careful because here comes Evil Knievel. Oh dear, voice break. Over the line then for Mason Roth. We'll take P6. Charlie then in 7th. I don't think Aaron will get enough time to finish. Well, my prediction was sort of right. I put Ted down for a win, and there we go. See, I do know what I'm talking about, people. Holy butter, what a race. Oh, dearie me. Wow. Well, that happened. So, let's see. Penalties, yeah, okay. So, these are the results then of race number 1. Whew. Super Ted starts his campaign off with a win ahead of the 2 Ducatis of Brett and Dylan. Good start for those guys, picking up a podium. Mason G in 4th, Christian in 5th, Mason Roth in 6th, Charlie in 7th, and Aaron in P8. Unlucky for Jan and Jamie, technical issues saw them out before the race had even started. Oh, ladies and gents, expect that sort of racing from the SDPG Academy. What a race that was. I can't get over that. Well done to Super Ted then. Pole and the win then in race number 1. He will start tomorrow from P1 to Ducatis alongside of Brett and Dylan. Oh, things are shaping up nicely for tomorrow. Please join us again tomorrow. It will be a usual start at 7:10, where we'll have Supersport 2 races, Supersport 2 Superbike races, and the Ducatis to round out round number 1. Ladies and gents, I really hope you've enjoyed tonight's action. Well done to Ted. He's the man tonight then here at Andalucia. Join us tomorrow where it'll all kick off once again. 7:10. We will see you for race day here at Andalucia. All that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night.